Okay, I'm back, and we're on episode 5. I mean 1. We're in Area 5, episode 1. Okay, now let's see what happens here. Yusaku, you okay, bud? If I didn't activate the emergency lockout... Excuse me, what? If I didn't activate the emergency logout protocol, we would have been digital dirt. Save the pat on the back for later, okay? I can't believe Dr. Kogami's still around. Apparently neither can I. And Varus? I don't know, dude. But since you didn't defeat Varus, the tower's still growing. And when it's complete, it'll destroy every network in the world. Forget the network. What's important is that thing is going to destroy... What's important is that thing is going to destroy poor little old me. That means we have less than an hour to find and defeat Varus. Wow. That's quite the time limit there, Playmaker. Am I going to end up in a similar situation where I have less than an hour to finish this? I do pad like that, don't I? I really don't think I should, but I need to have more in these videos than just the script, okay? Like, exactly what makes my content unique if all I do is voice lines and play the game like pretty much everyone else. I had to have something that differentiates me from other content creators for this game, because there are other ones, and there are other ones that play this game better. I know some of them. They play this game better. They have even played this game. I don't think that I'm particularly unique, without some of the shit that I say and some of my bullshit. Seriously. Oh, and when I mentioned the reference road, honestly, that's probably dumber than the actual name. I mean, Stardust... I'm gonna have to see if that... Hold on a second. Anyway, Stardust Road. That isn't necessarily a reference. It's not. But still. I had to say it because of the franchise itself, okay? You mean the Varus you haven't been able to find in forever? Actually, I know exactly where Varus is. Let's get going, Kusanagi. To where? The only place where you can get a view of the Stardust Road. So we finally meet each other in real life, Varus. Playmaker, in the flesh. Or should I say, Yusaku Fujiki, and his babysitter, Kusanagi. The two biggest thorns in my side. The two biggest thorns, really. Interesting. And I wouldn't say that Yusaku is babysat at Yusaku's age, but I'm pretty sure that at his age he still needs... I'm not gonna... This is ridiculous. He's still in high school, dude. He's not that young. Don't you mean 3? No, you're just a program. So you know who we are, but we know who you are too. You're Dr. Kogami's son. Yes, the name's Roken. Tell me where Dr. Kogami is hiding. Kusanagi, why do you think that Revolver would tell you that information? You are talking about someone's father. And I know this franchise has awful fathers in it, but I still have to give Dr. Kogami some credit for not being the absolute worst. Is he a good parent? No. Is he the worst? No. He's just kind of in the middle somewhere. My father is in no condition to offer his pleasantries. I mean, unfortunate. But I want someone else's father to die instead. Yeah, I think that's just... I don't know if that's volunteer, though. Do I really get to volunteer by saying I want someone dead for being a threat to the entire planet? And I do fully believe this, by the way. I am not lying. When you are in that kind of state, you pretty much are a threat. And do not forget that threat. Do not forget about the threat. Like, I hope this country is still sane enough to not give him nukes. Do not do that. Seriously, do not give him access to nukes. He might kill us all. What? Avaris, I want to know the truth. The truth I've been seeking for so long. You said the lost incident was to create the Ignis. But why? Why did you have to go so far? My father felt that humans alone could not solve the global issues of the world. Good to be honest, that could be true. That could be true, we seriously fucked up. Now I'm thinking about global issues. But here's the problem here. The people that are developing AI at the moment, they have way too much money. So I'm just like, they're making everything worse. And I know that I'm not painting myself in the best light when I use certain things, but it's like, I'm concerned about my survival and my future. I fear for my life. I am disabled. I am not even considered... I'm not even at the level of poverty. This country has plans to cut funding to programs I am using. It wants me dead. It may not say it out loud because they just don't want to be responsible if something does happen to me. But it is effectively saying I should fucking die. And no, we are not going back to whatever was normal. That is gone. If we want a better future, we have to fix it ourselves. That is why he created the Ignis. Not regular AI that simply followed orders, but AI with free will. To be honest, AI with free will would probably be total trolls. That free will enable them to think creatively to solve the problems of today and tomorrow. Dude, this is like a huge red flag. We really should not be allowed to create this. We should not ever have AI with actual free will. Whatever the hell that even means. But we just should not ever make anything like that. Meanwhile, rich people, they want to. They want to, man. It would be great for them. Not necessarily for the average of us. Not for most of us that don't have money. That need money. That some of us are basically nearly starving. And yet, benefits are going to be cut. Some people barely getting enough food already. I really do not feel like celebrating anything. I am not here to celebrate. I am here to get real. They would observe and learn from actual human counterparts. The 6 children of the lost incident. And Lightning learned what? I doubt he learned much. I mean, honestly. Kusanagi's brother is how I feel I'd be if I was hardcore triggered. I know that it's hard to believe that I'm traumatized enough to have triggers, but I do have them. And now, admittedly, I do not appreciate who is in charge because he reminds me of that trauma. And I may not be in as bad of a situation because I'm not as traumatized, but one time is all it really takes. I'm never dating another man because I'm traumatized. By dueling, the Ignis could learn how each child dealt with the same problem differently. Yeah, Kusanagi's brother basically just became like... He just lost his ability to function. Here's the example of someone who just stops functioning because of trauma. I mean, I didn't stop functioning after my trauma, but my trauma is specific enough to not interfere with my functioning. And now if I were to date a man, well, I cannot give him certain things. So because I cannot give him certain things, we're not discussing my trauma anymore. I know my father did this with the best of intentions, but it didn't feel right. Duh? I mean, honestly, the lost incident was fucked up. So I betrayed my father and alerted the authorities, bringing the experiments to an end. Dude, you are how old? Like, dude. How many people at your age would have done that in your situation? That is surprisingly mature. So you were the one responsible for ending the lost incident? You were the one who freed me? So what? You think he deserves a lollipop? The Ignis were forgotten, but they were not gone. They continued to grow and evolve and mature. My father felt that the Ignis were evolving too quickly, quicker than he ever imagined possible. Now when I switch games, being dark will still be on subject. It'll be even more on subject, in fact. Maybe like, what are you going to record? Oh, sweet dark things. Okay, I don't have to say that. It's not that dark, I'm just a competitive bitch. I could probably go into ranked instead, but no. Quicker than even he imagined possible. Dude, do you not understand how AI works? They definitely grow faster than humans, and you know that. And so he ran millions of simulations to see where all this would lead in the future. Millions of simulations. Dude, that is nowhere near enough simulations to be actually sure. Millions of dude, listen, Rogan. I know that Lightning did some shit. He did some shit, so quite frankly, I don't really have any... Okay, my argument is fucked over because of lightning, dear God. Lightning means I lost the argument, fuck. I wouldn't be who I am today without lightning, though. You might be like, how? Should I really say it? I don't think I should. I shouldn't say it. People might think I'm too full of shit. I mean, I have gone through some weird shit, and, you know, but I don't think I'm ready for that conversation. And they all led to the same outcome. Millions of simulations all leading to the same outcome does not mean that outcome is guaranteed. You just mentioned millions of simulations. We are humans. We cannot go through all the simulations that are in the millions and be like, oh yeah, we know it will definitely happen. Bro, are you for real? No. No. I don't even believe that I looked at enough simulations to get an idea of what would truly happen. I believe that even I gave up too quickly. Seriously. But okay, sure, a lightning wins. Well, technically so does Revolver, but whatever. The extinction of mankind. The extension... The what? So the extinction of mankind, yeah. I'm kind of worried that someone that isn't AI is going to cause the extinction of mankind. Hint, that person should not have power. Hint, do not give him the nukes. Hint, why is he running this country? And I know some people, I know that someone criticized Mitch McConnell for being like, he's never going to be back in power. Dude, I know that criticism is valid, but I kind of thought the same thing. And now, okay, I did have a dream, and it's like, bitch, are you dumb? Yeah, okay, my brain did call me out. But, I mean, I didn't actually think that we were that stupid until it actually happened, okay? I'm just like, that's just a dream, right? Just a dream, right? Anyway, if you really want to see what I'm like as a villain, just wait until after November. Or mid-November. I can only imagine how much darkness will be in my latest writing project. I am so scared. I am so scared that I'm just not going to make it. Ugh. I live out of spite. It gives me power. And it does a lot of other things. Like pain. Okay, not all pain. Just, you know, some pain. Like, the kind that doesn't send you to a mental hospital. And the kind that is not visible. Although I am traumatized enough that if things escalate too much, I might... I've dealt with some shit. My mom has this book called The Body Remembers, and she purchased it because of my sister, but I have never actually told her that my body remembers too. There was this incident. Now, I'm not blaming a child here. I'm just saying that, unfortunately, my body remembers things. And my sister, unintentionally, is the reason that I know that my body remembers some of the shit that I've done. And And when I felt that, I was like, oh fuck. So if things escalate enough, I can only imagine I could feel like that again. The pain was just... I could not believe it. I could not believe what was going on with me at that time. But dear God, instead of solving mankind's problems, the Ignis will think it's easier to end mankind itself. Oh, really? I mean, I suppose they could think that. We're competing over water, apparently. We must eliminate the Ignis before they eliminate us. Succeeded it. Okay, that happened. They died, sort of. And so this is all going on because Dr. Kogami thought the Ignis would destroy us. But I haven't hurt anyone yet. But you really forced Yusaku to do something that... Dude, you just... I don't even... Although at this point, I don't think he really has. But eventually, yeah, that shit is painful. Do the names Spectre, Genome, Bara, and Faust ring a bell? Actually, I think Genome is a different name than the one in my work as a writer. I think I named a goldfish something else, not Genome. I think I got the names wrong. In fact, maybe in that same video, it was obvious and I just didn't catch it at that point. Which, can I read? Yes, I can read. But don't act like in previous videos I haven't gotten some shit wrong. Like, I'm not going to get everything right. Like, it's been ages since I've read some of my writing. The results of a simulation don't mean that it will actually come true. Yes, indeed, but... Was I listening? I don't know if he was listening. If we're willing to destroy the Ignis, what does that make us? Just as bad. But I mean, humans want to kill each other, so... What does that make us? If you don't stop your Tower of Hanoi, you'll plunge the world into chaos. Yusaku, I know what the consequences are, but it's still the better option. There's no point yapping with him. Every second that passes, the closer the network's going poof. The closer the network's going... Dude, you weren't paying attention to this entire conversation, were you? Dear God. Playmaker, there's only one way to stop the Tower of Hanoi, and that's to defeat me. Then let's put that to the test. One final test. Let's go. It's time to link into the rays. Playmaker, you're out of hope. Hope for saving Link Brains. Hope for getting revenge. But this should come as no